latest appeal is the disappearance of mother of two, Marion Hodge, that we first reported on back in 1985. Almost 38 years on from her disappearance, Police Scotland are relaunching their investigation, and I'm now joined by DCI Stephen McGrath. Good morning. Thank you for joining us today, Stephen. Could you start by just telling us a bit about who Marion Hodge was?
Certainly, Marion was a devoted mother to two children, her son who was 14 and her daughter who was 12. She was described by her friends and family as being very family orientated, and her world revolved around her family and her work. And we believe she had a happy home life, but not a huge social life outside of the family.
Now, we've already said that she went missing in July 1984, a long time ago. Can you explain what you believe happened on that day?
Yeah, well, Marion is understood to have been dropped off at the bus station in the White Sands area of Dumfries. This was around 7:30 a.m. on Friday the 6th of July 1984. This is the last reported sighting of Marion, and she was reported to be carrying a blue canvas suitcase, brown handbag, wearing a cream high-collar blouse, a grey skirt and black sandals. 3 days later, she was reported missing to Dumfries and Galloway Constabulary.
And it was out of character for Marion not to have contacted anyone if she was going somewhere.
That's right, it was very unusual. Marion would visit her sister on a weekly basis, on a Friday without fail. And to her sister, her disappearance was totally out of character. She was employed at the local bank in Lockerbie, and she was described as very hard-working, always punctual. She never failed to attend, and if she was unable to attend, she would contact the bank and let them know. But when she disappeared, she didn't call anyone. Following her disappearance, she failed to make contact in any major family events. Her son's birthday was on the day of her disappearance, and she wouldn't have missed that. She also failed to make contact after the Lockerbie disaster, all of which leads to the family to conclude that she's now dead.
Okay, it's very, very sad. Well, we actually have a statement that has been given from Marion's sister. I'm going to read that to you now, and it reads, "When we were told that she had gone away, we believed this was uncharacteristic of our mum, as she wouldn't have left in that manner. She would never have turned her back on her children. The day Marion disappeared was her son's 15th birthday. She thought too much of her children and would never have run out on them like that." It really is sad when you hear that emotional statement written there. I know you've spoken to the family, you and your team. How are the family doing now?
Well, understandably, Marion's disappearance has had a huge impact in their lives, and they've spent the last 38 years looking for answers and trying to understand the reasons behind it. But they're hoping that this investigation will establish exactly what happened to Marion and provide them the closure that they deserve.
Okay, her disappearance was clearly very difficult for her children, aged just 12 and 14 at the time. It is now being treated as a murder, even though it was originally a missing persons inquiry. Even no body had been recovered, it's still being treated as a murder. So why is that, Stephen?
Well, in 1992, Marion was declared legally dead by the Court of Session in Edinburgh after no one had heard or seen her since her disappearance. And for those that go missing after 7 years, the family can apply to the court to have this decision made. In 2005, a murder investigation was launched by Dumfries and Galloway Constabulary after the case was reinvestigated due to the body never having been found and no contact being made by Marion. And advancement in investigations led to the case going from a missing person to be classified as a murder. And unresolved murder cases are never closed in Scotland. Police Scotland was established in 2013. We have a homicide governance and review team who keep unresolved homicide inquiries under review, including those from the legacy Scottish police forces. They meet with the Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service on a regular basis, and if appropriate, a case is passed to the unresolved homicide investigation team, and that's what's happened in this case.
Okay, we are asking people to cast their minds back a long time to 1984, but what are you asking the viewers to help with today?
Well, we're appealing to anyone who remembers anything unusual leading up to Marion's disappearance, any sightings in the White Sands area or any other relevant information over the years that might help our inquiry. We can't stress enough how important the community is in solving this case. We'd like to hear from anyone who hasn't come forward to the police, no matter how small they think something might be, to come forward, tell us what they saw or what they know. We really want to help provide closure for a family who waited far too long to know who their mother is and what happened to her.
Stephen.
We also have a major incident public portal on the Police Scotland website, which can be used to provide us with any relevant information in relation to Marion's disappearance.
Stephen, thank you. It is a long time ago, but maybe something we've told you today is jogging your memory from that time. If you think you've seen Marion, perhaps you're in the White Sands area of Dumfries in 1984 and remember seeing something unusual. If you do, the number to call is 08000 468 999.